Hello and welcome to Popcorn Dreams Gut Reactions. If you are looking for a quick spoiler-free review, then you have come to the right place. Today we're watching The Hole. It was directed by Nick Ham and written by Ben Court and Caroline Ip, based on the novel by Guy Burt. It's about a group of kids who hide in a World War II bunker to avoid getting out of a geography field trip, but then they realise they're stuck in there and they can't get out. It's starring Thora Birch, Keira Knightley and Desmond Harrington. No, not really. Well, I guess it depends. This is kind of like the height of like the Thora Birch mania that happened, where every Hollywood producer and director wanted to put her in kind of a teen film, kind of in that early 2000s, late 90s kind of era. She's not very good. Her career kind of died off after this for a reason, and it's not just because of this movie. It's because she only has one performance, and that is Sardonic Teen.
Wow, this is so bad, it's almost good.
This is so bad it's gone past good and back to bad again. At least we'll never have to see any of these creepy faces ever again.
Unless they're in your summer school class.
Shut up!
You guys, I can't believe we made it.
Yeah, we graduated high school. How totally amazing.
We have to get together this summer.
Yeah. That'll definitely happen.
Keira Knightley and Desmond Harrington are better, but you'd expect that because they've both had quite long careers by this point, and they're both excellent actors. They just don't have a lot to work with. It's just all a bit crap. The writing is a mess. This is supposed to be a clever, twisty thriller where there's turns and red herrings everywhere, and instead it's just garbage. For a start off, you've got 4 teenagers who want to avoid the geography field trip, whereas my experience of geography field trips at English schools involved alcohol and falling in rivers, which was always quite amusing. Secondly, how is it that they would then hide from the school bus taking them on the geography field trip and they would just think nobody noticed? Secondly, I keep wanting to say Thora Hird. Also, Thora Birch's character, why would anyone believe this girl about anything she says? She's poorly written, she's clearly insane from the get-go. She does things that are very obvious, but all of the adults apart from the psychiatrist are completely fooled by her and want to take her in and protect her, when it's screaming out that she's the one that's responsible for everything. It's made clear within about 20 minutes of the film that she's the one, and once they make that twist, it's very, very obvious for the rest of the film. The problem with it is that it's set up as being this sort of cunning manipulator who's toying with the police, or trying to, and all the police have to do is talk to 2 or 3 students at the school, and the entire subterfuge is completely destroyed. What we have is a very troubled, narcissistic young girl who perfectly represents the film she is in. Shallow, not as smart as she thinks she is, and utterly unlikable from the start. No, of course I don't recommend it. In fact, this is the first movie I remember going to the cinema and actively hating it. From about 15 minutes in, it starts to annoy me, and it gets worse and worse and worse as it goes along. And by the end of the film, I never leave the cinema early because I always feel like I've paid for it, so I'm going to get my experience. And even if I hate a film, at least then I'm feeling something about it. That's better than being ambivalent about it. But this film, literally, I felt like I'd wasted 2 hours of my life. And it didn't get horrible reviews at the time. I think it's got something like 63% on Rotten Tomatoes. And yet, I've gone back to it because of that a few times to just be like, well, am I just nuts? And every time I watch it, it makes me more mad because I've gone back to watch it when I know that it's garbage. It should be my kind of thing. I really like clever, twisty movies. I like movies where the characters are sort of playing games with each other and you don't know who's good, who's bad, who's done the bad thing, who's going to win in the end. I like that. I like it a lot. But this just fails in every aspect. You know, what really makes me mad though is that the ending scene could be reshot. The last 10-15 minutes could be redone. Quick check of the script, realise how poorly that whole part is written. Change the ending, and suddenly you would have a much better film. It wouldn't be a great film, but it would at least be slightly more satisfying for the viewers. Also, what kind of a bunker has a door that only locks from the outside? Why would the others believe her that it can only be opened from the outside? What kind of bunker do they think this is? They're just... everyone's so stupid in this film. Clearly it opens. Clearly there's a key for the inside as well as the outside, and yet the three of them believe her that they just have to wait for the guy to come back and open the door. It's just pitifully stupid. Every part of this film is poor and annoying. I don't want to watch it again. Don't go and watch it. Don't waste your time. Don't rent it. Don't watch it if it's free. You could watch literally anything else and it'd be better than that. This is literally the film I hate the most in the entire world. I cannot stand it, and I will not be fooled into going back and trying it again just because there are other people who just feel like it's okay.
Why me?
It's gonna be fine.
So that was our review of The Hole. If you like this review, like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Popcorn Dreams.